to Get the Tea on Me Royalty. I want to do an affirmation today. I know I haven't really been doing the affirmations lately, though I have an affirmation that I would like to do today. Just going to open the book, and wherever it lands, that's where we land. So we landed on a chapter talking about self-acceptance. We are our own most important source of recognition and appreciation. He who seeks for applause only from without has all his happiness in another's keeping. And that is by Oliver Goldsmith. These are so short, I think I'm going to read a few. The other one says, from self alone, accept applause. It's kind of funny that I landed on this. And that is by Marion L. Burton. And then I'm going to read one more. And this one says, you can enjoy encouragement coming from outside, though you cannot need for it to come from outside. And that's by Vladimir Worskin. I hope I didn't chop his name up. And these really stand out to me. And you guys see that I just opened the book to where it fell. And so Spirit definitely need to tell that to me. And I don't know who else needs to hear that, because sometimes when we do things in our life, you know, like me, when I do things, I do it because I have a passion for it, because it's fun to me. I do things because it lifts my spirit. It lifts my energy. You know, it's fun for me. You know, it's like it's a passion for me. I don't do things for applause. I don't do things so people can say, hey, look what she's done. Now, if you do that, that's fine. Though never should we be looking outside of ourselves for validation. Because half the people that we be looking for validation from haven't done half of what we've done. Though we care about these people, and we want for these people to look at us, in high stature, or to, at least celebrate us when we're doing things that is worth celebrating. Though you don't want that to be something that you need. When you need applause or validation from other people, that tells me that you have some inner childhood wounds that still needs to be healed. And because I am a healed Venus, I don't, where I needed validation before, or for people to give me an applause, or just for people to, give me confirmation that I'm on the right path. I don't need that anymore. It's like, it is so beautiful what Spirit has done inside of me. And all of these, basically all of these affirmations pretty much, say the same thing, because it's all about self-acceptance. And so, basically, he who seeks for applause only from outside of himself has all his happiness in another person's keeping. Meaning, if you're looking for applause for someone, then that means that person controls your happiness. Because if you don't get that applause, then somehow you're feeling all discombobulated inside, and you're not feeling as if what you did was applause worthy. And then that was Oliver Goldsmith. And then the second one from Marion Burton says, from self alone, expect applause. Now, me, I can say, I'm spoiled rotten. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a spoiled baby. I love for, especially my mate, or even myself, loved for a person to see me in all of my light and applaud that. I love that. Though it's not necessary. From self alone, expect applause. And so me and my ancestors in the spirit realm, we communicate so much. It's almost as if I speak to the spirits more than I speak to humans. Though when I think about that, I know that, I am speaking to my higher self as well. I'm also speaking with my higher self. And so I gauge myself. If my higher self doesn't see it as applause worthy, then I don't applaud it, and then I know I have more work to do. Though I have made it a habit to, even when I, finally got my cookbook out, it was just such an exciting feeling for me to just know that people could actually go and get it in, the 3 different forms, whether ebook, hard copy, or paperback. But then also that, a project that I had been working on for so long was finally done. Even though I didn't have anybody really to celebrate with, I celebrate it by myself, you know. And I'm actually going to do a whole little celebration thing for myself where I'm gonna get balloons and I'm gonna, you know, do a whole thing. But for now, I just did something small, you know, and it was good enough for me. I partied with the ancestors, you know, they were there while I was making my video, you know. I made like a little short commercial for the book, just, you know, something a little cute and funny and fun. And the ancestors helped me with that because it was kind of like they were dancing with me, like, go girl, you did this, you know. And it's so beautiful, just to have that applause from the spirit realm and to have that genuine applause from myself, from within. And so yeah, that's very important to, you know that you are that you are your best cheerleader. You are your best cheerleader. Of course, you want your mate to applaud you, your family members, your mom, your dad, you know what I'm saying? People that are important to you, you want them to applaud you. Though if they're not in a space of healing yet where they can do that comfortably without feeling intimidated or offended or, you know, whatever it is they feel, enjoying encouragement from outside is beautiful, though it shouldn't be something that is needed within your life. You should be able to move forward, smooth sailing, you know, have a good life and experience joy in all that you do, in all of your adventures. You find the highest vibrations. You should be able to float on a cloud nine. You should be able to float on a cloud nine without anybody's validation, anybody's applause. What I can say is, do not allow a person to change your frequency in regards to things that you're doing. What I've learned is people who have done something in their life and they felt like it was a big thing, and then you come behind them and you do the exact same thing, but you do it 10 times over. It kind of makes them feel as if their accomplishments doesn't mean as much anymore now that you have done the exact same thing. Say for instance, let's say someone travels to Mars, and they're, you know, gung ho about, woo, I traveled to Mars, I had such a good time, I got to meet all these alien beings. And then they're feeling like a certain sense of leverage above everyone else because they went to Mars. And then here comes someone else, you know, that didn't even have a spaceship. They didn't have a rocket ship. They didn't have a pot to piss in, the window to throw it out. And this person goes to Mars. And they do it just naturally. They didn't have to build a spaceship. They didn't have to build, uh, they didn't have to have a team. You know, they just went to Mars. You know, they might have just went because they astral traveled in their sleep and was in Mars and was able to experience everything that person who put in so much work was able to experience. When you accomplish the same things as others have accomplished, sometimes it gives them a sense of jealousy. Like, I was the only one that was supposed to be able to do that. And how are you going to be the black sheep and do everything that I'm doing? You know, everything. I mean, everything, you know, and it's because from a person not being healed from within, from not healing from their early childhood trauma. So they're always in competition with people. They definitely don't want the one that's called the black sheep to be exceeding all expectations, because now it makes them feel like, hey, what I've done must not be that much because she went and, you know, took the world by storm and has basically exceeded all expectations. And so you got to just know that your applause is enough, because sometimes people have things going on inside of themselves that makes them not want to applaud you. You know, they don't want that. They want to see you back looking dusty with dust all over your face, dust on your elbows and your knees, because they were able to feel they had some type of false leverage or superiority over you. I just say to everybody, just keep being the brightest star on your stage. Make sure that you are your biggest cheerleader. Make sure when it comes to a round of applause that you are applauding the loudest. You know what I mean? Because it's all about what makes us happy inside. You know, like I'm doing some projects right now. I'm happy when I'm doing these projects. I don't need nobody to like it. I don't need no one to love it. Just like my cookbook. I loved designing that cookbook. I loved, you know, putting the recipes together. And actually the way that I originally designed it looked better than the way it is now. The way that I had the pictures situated in the recipes. But the person who helped me to design it with the borders thought that it would be more feasible to, you know, fit everything on the page if we did it another way. So we did it their way. Though I love what I do. So I never need anyone else's applause. I'm having a ball over here applauding myself, me and my ancestors. So at the end of it all, you guys, I hope you guys was able to get something out of that. Be your biggest cheerleader, because at the end of the day, no matter what they say, in each and every single way, I am royalty. You are royalty. We are royalty family, and I shall see you in a minute. Ashe.